Lucky 7. I would like to know what you think the end game is. Most religions don't allow abortion or birth control because they want to make more of their kind. You think Miscavige isn't interested in gaining any more members, so what is going on? There's the real estate aspect. If the Church of Scientology crashed and burned, what could David Miscavige actually walk away with as his own personal fortune? Do you think he's hiding funds? Okay, so I get asked this all the time, and I've answered it many, many times, but I'd like to say now, in taking this question up, that what I don't think people quite seem to understand is that what's happening right now is the end game. David Miscavige living the life of Riley, having endless amounts of money and resources and people to abuse and reign, this sort of reign of terror that he gets to engage in, running Scientology internationally, that is the end game. That's all he wants out of this, is money and power and influence. And he's got tons of all of those things. So there isn't any other goal in sight. This is the goal. He's living the life. He's living the dream of the cult leader. And he's getting away with murder. He's getting away with everything. And that's all he wants. So if things were to go south, of course, David Miscavige has contingency plans in place. There's no way he wouldn't. I mean, if you were him, would you just be flying by the seat of your pants? You'd probably have some things in place. He's got properties around the world. He's got apartments and probably homes or properties. I mean, hell, he might even own an island for all we know. Johnny Depp does. Jeffrey Epstein did. I mean, apparently it's, if you got the money, it's not that hard to buy an island. So maybe Miscavige even has that. Nobody's ever mentioned or alluded to it, but who knows? The thing about Scientology and pretty much all destructive cults to one degree or another, but specifically Scientology, is that it's the compartmentalization of information, the way information has been contained, partitioned off from the membership, right? And even Miscavige's inner circle is so good that Miscavige could have properties or money or the contingency plans all set up with non-Scientology lawyers who he's paid a very, very big amount of money to for their silence and their competence in the legal division, right? He could have all that set up, and if you were him, if I were him, then of course we would be thinking along those lines and would set that kind of thing up. And in the meantime, running the hell out of the organization you got for whatever your kink is, for whatever it is that he wants out of people, which seems to be to lord his power and authority over them. So when you ask, where's this all going, that's it. That really is the whole picture. And that's why I say that because Miscavige doesn't demonstrate that he actually believes in Scientology, none of the things he does indicate that he is actually interested in following in Hubbard's intent. There's a ton of things Miscavige is not doing that if you were a true believer of Scientology, you'd be doing certain things. And Miscavige isn't doing any of those things and hasn't for decades. I mean, the last time the man went into an auditing session himself, according to, the best data we have, was 1993, 94 maybe. If then. I mean, that was well over 25 years ago. And so how is that possible? That he's not getting any auditing when auditing is the heart and soul of Scientology. He's not a Class 12 auditor either. What's up with that? Every Scientologist and Sea Org member is supposed to rise all the way to the top of the training and auditing sides of the Scientology bridge. And Miscavige is doing no such thing, nor is he demanding or pushing all Scientologists to do that. In fact, just the opposite. He makes working conditions such that it's almost impossible for Sea Org members and Scientology staff to go up the bridge. So that's not following L. Ron Hubbard's directions. And there is very, very little of Scientology's money spent on actual promotion and marketing of Scientology. And look at the toxic reputation Scientology has. Miscavige could solve these problems if he were competent, effective, or interested in doing so. But I don't think he's so grossly incompetent and so stupid that he doesn't know these things or that he's not able to figure them out. And while his ego might be the thing that's getting in the way, and it could just be that simple that it's nothing but an ego trip, the end result is the same. Whether I'm right or wrong about his intent, at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter what his intent is, because whether through competence or incompetence, purposeful or not, he's running Scientology into the ground. And but he's doing it on the long route. He's doing the long, slow burn. And I think he's got things gauged in his mind in such a way that as long as this continues for the rest of his natural life, he's set. What does he care about anybody else? He's never demonstrated. The entire time that we've seen and heard everything about Miscavige, not once has he demonstrated that he cares about anyone else but himself. Do you really think that's ever going to change? Do we think he's going to be visited by by the ghosts of Scientology, past, present, and future? No, I don't. And so when people ask me about this, I always say, well, this is it. And there you go.